So I'm at Mom's. She's gone. I have the house to myself. And I was going to do some more grinding. And I went to get out my tripod, and lo and behold, guess what happens? This is the head of the tripod. This is the tripod. Okay, this story has more to it. Standing next to that is a professional grade tripod. I was at a thrift store with Mom the other day. We were getting a few things, and I noticed this, and I grabbed it. This is a SLIK M310 Master Deluxe tripod. It actually has its own serial number right there. Okay? I did some research on these. The head on this tripod is based on the updated Master that they changed the model in 1960. However, the name had originally been SLIK with a C, and now they changed it to SLIK without a C in 1974. So this means that this is based on the 1960 design that but was built after 1974. I'm sure if I researched the company, I could give them that serial number, and they could tell me exactly when it was made and all about it. And I've been kind of waiting to use it because the pad here, this is where the camera mount goes. It's not as slick as the newer one with the removable camera mount. This one takes a little more time. The pad is missing, and this probably originally had a piece of rubber. I can probably replace it with a piece of cork if I just go get some gasket, self-made gasket making, clean off the glue and replace it. This was a $10 investment on what was probably originally a $300 tripod. Okay, here's tripod as high as it goes, plus the neck. Here is tripod as high as it goes. One right behind the other. Over a foot difference in height just to the base. And then here, this is a professional tripod. The guy that designed the company started it in 1948, was a photography enthusiast, and he made these for people who like to take pictures. Okay, I'm 6 feet tall, and wow, that's at least 6'8". Okay, this one I think the highest it got was 68 inches, less than 6 feet. You can see that there's a considerable difference in these two tripods. Admittedly, neither of them have the legs fully extended. There's not enough room. This one has the levers, which they do now. These have the turn. But this is still an awesome tripod. I just haven't used it because of two factors. One, the rubber there, and it's heavy. I mean, this is a professional tripod, a really nice tripod. We're going to use it today because I can't figure out how to get the head that's there back on the tripod that's there. I'm going to try, but still don't think it's going to happen. But I have mounted my camera on this one before. This is, I've got to put the legs all the way out. I've got to do it. Okay, just get the cheap. There are the two of them. The legs fully extended on both. You can see that there is a considerable difference in how it's done. This is about 4 feet high here. With the legs fully extended, this is about 5 feet. And I'm assuming that with the legs fully extended, this will crank up to roughly 6 feet. So as tall as I am, because that's about, actually it's probably going to go to 2 meters. It's going to go taller than me. 2 meters is about 6'2". Oh, that's way taller than me. Let's give me. This is my eye level right here. is, I'm looking, there's my eye level, and there's, yeah, it's taller than me by a couple inches, so it probably does go to 2 meters high. Made in Japan. Doesn't surprise me. Really cool professional tripod. I mean, this thing, it just, I mean, it actually will turn, and you can turn the body. It's not as mobile as a newer tripod, but most newer tripods are actually based on designs by the SLIK Tripod Corporation, and I believe that's still the name of it. I did research it, I can't remember it all. Awesome professional tripod. I've wanted one for ages. I had somebody tell me the difference between a cheap tripod and an expensive tripod is the weight of it, and this is definitely a heavy tripod. This little thing, oh, a pound, pound and a half. Mom has a bathroom scale in her kitchen. I'm going to take this tripod over and see how much it weighs. This is another thrift store find. This is Mom's bathroom scale in her kitchen. I'm going to put the tripod, or try to, on it. That actually says 8 pounds. Okay, I just put my foot on it, came back down to about 7 pounds. This is still a heavy tripod. It's got a good solid base. It's a good tripod. It's just heavy, and I have to move it around. It's not convenient, but I'm still going to do it. These are the two tripods side by side. I actually put down the last segment of leg, so it would have been another 18 inches taller. It's only got one segment extended. This has it full extension, and they're about the same base. The width of the base is about the same, and it's only about 4 or 5 inches taller. This one, the black one, fully extended, and the SLIK only extended one. But I'm going to use it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this video because this piece of junk here, I guess you get what you pay for. $30 tripod, new. $300 or more tripod, new. This one is, well, 1974, 45 or give or take years old. Could be less, but 1974 is when they changed the name. And only thing it's missing is the pad to go under the camera. And it's got some adhesive on it. It's not real sticky, but I'm going to have to do something with that. We're going to work on this today for my other project that I'm doing for perhaps cooking, which is grinding some more flour. This is hard red wheat. I'm grinding it to sift it to make it into homemade bread flour without the bran, or without as much bran. But the tripod thing, oh, can you believe it? The head came off the tripod. Typically, when you can this one, you can buy the tripods without heads, but the head comes with the tube, I think. No, you can buy the tube separate too. But I mean, come on, why? Should not have come off. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this black thing. I'm gonna get back to my grinding, and we're going to be using that new to me, classic photography equipment with the SLIK, excuse me, tripod. This Targus thing, I think, is going to, I don't know, I'll see if I can get the head back on it and figure it out, but I don't know how much I'm going to use it. Like I said, it is more convenient than this one, because it has the removable plate to mount the camera, although it never sits flat, because you can turn the camera, and it, for some reason, it always leans away from the hinge, down away from the hinge. But I'm going to play with this video I'm done with. going to get on with this video, and we'll talk to you another day. Well, I tried playing with this, and this is the head for the cheap $30 Walmart Wonder. And it has something glued to it that was made to keep it tight on this pipe. And I can't get it off. That's like epoxy or something they've used. I can get it to start on the tube, but it won't go down. So I think recycle for the cheap Walmart Targus tripod. And I'll be using in future the SLIK tripod. Does take a little bit more time to mount it because of the way the head is. The old one, do this, tighten there. Although this one's not too bad. Set it on. Twist the lock. And then lock the lock, which is an awesome feature. Oh, and I can do all kinds of fun things with the way this head works on this one. This is just an awesome professional tripod. It's just, I wanted to wait a little bit to give it a little more time to get that pad, but the other one broke, so we're setting up with this one. Hi, by the way. Bye. Bye. How far can I throw this? Well, I got the head back on. I sprayed the CRC white lithium on. You can probably see it on there. I also put a bead of super glue gel around after I put the head back on. I couldn't get it back off after I got it on. So maybe I'll still be able to use this old $30 Wonder. Even though I really, really, really like this $10 thrift store find with this SLIK professional tripod. Just beautiful. Love it. It's not as heavy as I thought. It's not hard to use. It's just not as convenient as the newer model is. Both of them are good. They both have purposes. It's nice that I had the backup. But we can play with this one again, I guess, as long as I don't break it again.